A man was out hunting in the forest when something terrifying happened. He had his sights set on a young deer, but just as he squeezed the trigger, the unthinkable occurred. To his horror, he realized he'd shot a person instead. Tom stood frozen in shock, unable to process what had just happened. He rushed forward to check on the victim. The boy he'd accidentally shot was clearly already gone, no longer breathing. Having never experienced anything like this before, Tom was at a complete loss about what to do. Before he could even gather his thoughts, voices began echoing through the forest. As Tom stood there in confusion, a man came running toward them.
Sonny!
Watching the father clutch his son's body, Tom stood helplessly by. Perhaps realizing what had happened, he frantically tried to explain it was an accident, but the grieving father was beyond listening. Seeing his son's killer right in front of him, the man grabbed the hunting rifle from the ground and pointed it straight at Tom. Looking into the man's cold, unforgiving eyes, Tom knew he was done for. But just then, Carl had fired just in time, killing the boy's father and saving Tom's life. Witnessing the scene before him, Tom completely broke down. He couldn't wrap his head around how a simple hunting trip had resulted in 2 deaths. The thought made him physically sick, and he couldn't help but vomit. In stark contrast to Tom's breakdown, Carl remained eerily calm. He glanced at Tom sitting there, then surveyed their surroundings. Without hesitation, he dragged both bodies into the nearby bushes. Under Tom's shocked gaze, Carl quickly cleaned up the entire scene. After leaving the crime scene, they jumped in their vehicle and sped away. What they didn't know was that an even greater tragedy was about to unfold.